Men don't commit to problems, they commit to value. A high value man, the kind of man every woman dreams about, is not looking for someone to drag him down. He's not looking for extra baggage, more stress, or unnecessary complications. He's looking for a partner who elevates his life. A woman who makes him stronger, sharper, and more powerful simply by being by his side. If you want a man to see you as his future wife, you need to be an asset, not a liability. What does that mean? It means you bring more to the table than just looks. Beauty is everywhere. A man can find an attractive woman on every corner, on every screen, in every city. But true value? That's rare. That's what makes a man stop, think, and say, I can't lose this woman. See, most women have been programmed to believe that just being is enough. That a man should love them simply because they exist. That effort is his responsibility, and all they need to do is sit back and wait for a ring. That's the mentality of a liability. A woman who expects more than she gives, who takes without contributing, who believes her presence alone is enough to keep a man around. But let me tell you something. No real man will commit to that. A man who has built himself into something great is not looking for a woman who takes. He is looking for a woman who adds. Adding value means understanding his vision and aligning with it. It means supporting his grind, not distracting him from it. A woman who constantly demands attention, who plays mind games, who makes his life more difficult instead of easier, she will never be a priority. Because the truth is, a man will always choose his mission over a woman who slows him down. An asset is different. She understands the game. She knows that the more she contributes to his success, the more valuable she becomes in his eyes. She doesn't compete with his purpose. She enhances it. She makes sure that when he's out in the world fighting battles, chasing greatness, building his empire, he knows that when he comes home, there's peace. And that's the biggest thing most women get wrong. They think being loud, aggressive, and constantly challenging a man's authority makes them strong. But a real man doesn't want to come home to a fight. He doesn't want to feel like he's walking into a battlefield. If he has to fight the world all day and then fight you at night, why would he commit to that? A man marries the woman who brings him calm, not chaos. But let's be clear. This isn't about submission in the way weak people think. It's not about lowering yourself. It's about understanding power. A woman's power isn't in being loud, difficult, or demanding. Her power is in knowing how to influence without force, how to inspire without controlling, how to build with a man, not against him. Think about it. When a man chooses a wife, he's not just thinking about attraction. He's thinking long-term. He's thinking about partnership. A man with ambition wants a woman who is strategic, smart, and supportive. Not someone who drains his energy, but someone who fuels it. Someone who understands that being with a man of power requires a different level of thinking, a different level of femininity, intelligence, and grace. A liability drains resources. A true partner multiplies them. A liability complains. A true partner finds solutions. A liability competes with her man. A true partner pushes him forward. That's the difference. That's why some women get wifed up while others get left behind. If you want a man to see you as his forever, ask yourself, are you an asset in his life or just another problem he needs to solve? Because at the end of the day, a man will always choose peace over beauty, value over drama, and legacy over temporary excitement. Be the woman who adds, not subtracts, and you'll never have to chase commitment. It'll come to you naturally. A real man doesn't want weakness. He doesn't want a woman who crumbles under pressure, who needs constant saving, who can't handle life on her own. But he also doesn't want a woman who tries to be a man, who fights him for control, who competes with his authority, who refuses to embrace what makes her truly powerful. A high-value man looks for something rare, a woman who is both soft and strong. Strength and femininity are not opposites. They are a perfect balance. The women who understand this rule the world. The ones who don't, they struggle. They chase relationships that never last, and they wonder why men don't stay. The truth is, men don't marry women who make their lives harder. They marry women who bring something they can't find anywhere else. A unique blend of grace and resilience, softness and power. Too many women think being feminine means being weak. They believe that if they're gentle, supportive, or nurturing, they're somehow losing. But that's a lie. Real men don't see femininity as weakness. They see it as the ultimate strength. A man who is powerful, who is building something great, doesn't need a woman to compete with him. He needs a woman to balance him. A woman who knows how to be soft when needed but strong when necessary is irreplaceable. She knows how to make a man feel like a king, not by force, not by demands, but by understanding what he needs: respect, loyalty, and peace. She's not aggressive. She's not trying to control him, but she's also not a pushover. She holds her own. She moves with confidence. She speaks with purpose, and she never lets her emotions control her. That's true power. A strong woman doesn't mean a loud woman. It doesn't mean a woman who argues for no reason, who tries to overpower a man, who constantly tests his patience. That's not strength. That's insecurity disguised as confidence. A truly strong woman is secure in herself. She doesn't need to prove anything because she already knows her worth. She carries herself with elegance, with poise, with an unshakable energy that demands respect without ever needing to beg for it. And here's the thing: when a man sees that, he can't walk away, because women like that, they don't come around often. They're rare. A man can find beauty anywhere, but a woman who knows how to be feminine without being weak and be strong without being aggressive, that's a woman worth committing to. When life gets hard, when pressure builds, when things don't go as planned, a weak woman collapses. She panics. She makes everything worse. But a strong woman, she handles it. She doesn't break under stress. She doesn't make problems bigger. She moves with calm, intelligence, and precision. That's what makes a man trust her, what makes him respect her beyond words. Loyalty is everything. Without it, nothing lasts. A man will never fully commit to a woman he can't trust. He might entertain her, he might enjoy her company, but deep down he knows she's temporary. Because a man who is serious about his future doesn't build with uncertainty. He doesn't invest in instability. He invests in loyalty. Loyalty is more than just being faithful. It's about being unshakable in your commitment, unbreakable in your devotion. A man needs to know that no matter what happens through success, failure, pressure, or challenges, the woman by his side is solid. He needs to trust that when he's not around, when life tests you both, when temptations arise, you are still his, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Most women don't understand this. They think as long as they aren't cheating, they are loyal, but real loyalty is deeper than that. It's about how you talk about him when he's not there, how you handle moments of frustration, whether you defend his name or allow others to disrespect him, whether you build him up in private or tear him down when things don't go your way. It's in your words, your actions, your energy. A man feels when a woman is loyal just like he feels when she isn't. A woman who plays games, who entertains attention from other men, who keeps options open, she will never be a priority. She might be fun, she might be a distraction, but she will never be a wife. Because a man who values himself will never fully commit to a woman who gives other men access. He will never invest in a woman who moves like she's replaceable. And here's the truth: women control loyalty. A man's commitment is a reflection of how much he trusts you. A woman who is truly irreplaceable makes sure her man never has to question her. She makes sure he never worries about where her attention is going. She moves in a way that protects their relationship, not risks it. Loyalty isn't just in the big things. It's in the details. It's in how you speak to him when he's at his lowest. It's in whether you stand by him when life gets hard or if you start looking for a way out. A woman who is only loyal when things are easy isn't loyal at all. Real loyalty is tested in the tough times. It's in whether you choose him when he's struggling, when he's uncertain, when he's not at his peak. Because a man remembers who stood by him when he was climbing, and the one who was there, that's the woman he builds with. That's the woman he commits to for life. A high-value man knows that loyalty is rare. He knows that most people switch up when things get hard. That's why when he finds a woman who is truly loyal, she becomes priceless. He protects her, provides for her, commits to her without hesitation, because he knows she would never betray him, never embarrass him, never make him feel insecure about where she stands. Loyalty isn't about perfection. It's not about never arguing or never having disagreements. It's about knowing that no matter what, your foundation is unbreakable. That even in the worst moments, even when emotions are high, the love and respect never disappear. That no outside force, no temporary feeling, no external temptation can shake what you two have built. That's what makes a man choose forever. Because at the end of the day, a man will only marry the woman he trusts, with his name, his future, and his life. Be that woman, and you will never be replaced. A man becomes unstoppable when he has the right woman by his side. He can have ambition, talent, and drive, but when he's with a woman who elevates him, he moves differently. His mindset sharpens, his energy increases, and his ability to conquer life multiplies. A man doesn't just want a woman who looks good, he wants a woman who makes him better. Most women think relationships are about what they can receive, but the ones who win are the ones who understand what they can give. A man doesn't marry a woman because she demands it. He marries her because he knows that without her, his life wouldn't be the same. She doesn't just exist beside him, she pushes him forward. A real woman inspires a man to become his greatest version, not by nagging, not by criticizing, but by being the kind of woman he never wants to disappoint. She moves in a way that makes him want to step up, take charge, and create something legendary. She reminds him of his power when he forgets it. She sees his vision even when no one else does. She speaks life into him when the world tries to break him. Men don't admit it often, but they get tired, they lose motivation, they question themselves. Even the strongest men have moments where they wonder if they have what it takes, but the right woman knows how to bring him back to life. She doesn't complain about his struggles, she helps him fight through them. She doesn't make him feel like a failure. She reminds him why he started. She is the difference between a man who settles and a man who ascends. Weak women drain a man's energy. They make everything about themselves. They bring unnecessary stress. They pull him away from his purpose. But a woman who truly understands her value knows that her power is in her influence. She knows how to uplift without controlling, how to encourage without belittling, how to stand beside him without trying to be him. She lets him lead, but she makes sure he never forgets his strength. A high-value man doesn't just look for a beautiful face. He looks for a woman who adds to his empire. He looks for a woman who helps him think bigger, move smarter, and stay focused. He wants a woman who brings fresh ideas, who supports his grind, who understands the mission and helps him execute it. And the truth is, when a man finds a woman like that, he doesn't play games, he doesn't hesitate, he doesn't look elsewhere, he commits because he knows that women like that don't come around often. He knows that the right woman isn't just a partner, she's a force, she's an advantage in life. If you want a man to see you as his future wife, don't just be present in his life, be an asset to it. Don't distract him from his purpose, help him elevate it. Make him feel like the man he was born to be, and he will never want to build his life without you. A man doesn't just want love, he wants respect. He needs to know that the woman he's with sees him as a leader, as a protector, as someone worth following. A man might be drawn to a woman's beauty, but he stays for the way she makes him feel. And nothing makes a man feel more committed than being with a woman who genuinely respects him. Respect isn't just about words. It's not just saying, I appreciate you or I admire you. It's in your actions, your tone, your energy. It's in the way you speak to him, the way you treat him in private and in public, the way you respond when things don't go your way. A man can feel respect just like he can feel disrespect. And the moment he senses that you don't truly honor him, something inside him shuts off. A lot of women don't realize that disrespect can be subtle. It's the way she challenges him in front of others, the way she makes sarcastic comments, the way she dismisses his ideas like they don't matter. It's the eye rolls, the condescending tone, the little digs disguised as jokes. A man might not always react, but he remembers. And over time, that lack of respect builds resentment. It makes him pull away, makes him emotionally disconnect, makes him see the relationship as something that weakens him instead of strengthens him. A real man is not going to stay where he doesn't feel valued. He might tolerate disrespect for a while, but eventually he will find a woman who uplifts him instead of tearing him down. Because the truth is, men don't marry the most beautiful woman. They don't marry the most successful woman. They marry the woman who makes them feel like a king. But respect isn't about blind obedience. It's not about agreeing with everything he says or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about understanding that masculinity and leadership thrive on appreciation. A high-value man doesn't need a woman to bow down to him. He needs a woman who trusts his judgment, supports his vision, and speaks to him with grace. He needs a woman who can challenge him without belittling him. Men are simple in what they need, but they are complex in how they respond. If a man feels like he is constantly battling for respect in his own home, he won't stay. He won't see marriage as something that benefits him. But when he's with a woman who respects him, who believes in him, who sees him as her protector and provider, he will give her the world. A woman who understands this holds incredible power. She knows that the more she respects her man, the more he rises. The more she believes in him, the more he succeeds. The more she makes him feel like the king of his life, the more he will make her the queen of his. At the end of the day, a man will commit to the woman who makes him feel strong, valued, and respected. Be that woman, and he will never let you go. A man doesn't just want a woman who looks good. He wants a woman who feels good to be around, a woman who brings peace, not stress, a woman who makes his life easier, not harder. Men don't marry women who drain them. They marry women who make them feel calm, focused, and unstoppable. A high-value man spends his days fighting battles, whether it's in business, in his career, or in life. He's constantly working, strategizing, and pushing forward. The last thing he wants is to come home to another fight. He doesn't want to feel like he has to defend himself in his own house. He doesn't want constant tension, arguments over nothing, or a woman who creates problems just for the sake of drama. Too many women confuse love with chaos. They think being passionate means picking fights, constantly testing a man's patience, or making him prove his love over and over again. But that's not passion, that's immaturity. A real man doesn't tolerate that. He won't waste his energy on a woman who makes every day a battle. He wants peace. Peace doesn't mean weakness. It doesn't mean you never speak up, never have opinions, or never express emotions. It means you know how to handle things without turning everything into a war. A woman who understands her value knows how to communicate, not attack. She knows how to express her needs without making him feel like he's failing. She knows how to handle problems with grace, not destruction. A man will always choose a woman who brings him peace over a woman who brings him stress. He might be entertained by drama for a while, but he won't commit to it. He won't build a future with it. Because the truth is, men don't marry the woman who excites them the most. They marry the woman who makes them feel the safest. The woman who makes them feel understood, respected, and appreciated. The woman who makes them feel like no matter how hard life gets, he has a place to rest, reset, and recharge. Women have the power to create heaven or hell in a man's life. The way you speak to him, the way you handle problems, the way you support his dreams, it all shapes the way he sees you. A woman who brings peace is a woman a man will protect with everything he has, because peace is rare. Peace is what allows a man to focus, to thrive, to become the greatest version of himself. And when a man finds a woman who gives him that, he won't risk losing her. He won't take her for granted. He won't look elsewhere. Because when a man feels truly at peace with a woman, he knows she is the one he wants to build his life with.